The vast majority of us spend hours each day in front of our computers, at our desks. This is putting us at a very high risk of pain and injury, and if you've been sitting in front of a computer for a while now, you may already experience some neck pain, some headaches, some upper back pain, some lower back pain, hip pain, pain in the arms, wrists, fingers from typing, from using the mouse. So many injuries can arise from this sort of so-called computer posture. Now, I check in with my clients and make sure that they're sitting properly at a computer so that they can minimize this risk, but a lot of people don't have a proper ergonomic setup at their computers. Their work doesn't provide them a desk that's the right height or a chair that's good for the low back. So what do? Well, I'm going to demonstrate today sitting at my husband's computer, which is not at all set up ergonomically for me. So what you want to do first is make sure that your feet are touching the ground and your knees are bent at right angles. You'll see right angles being a theme. So you want your knees right angled. Now, my feet are not touching the floor. So what do? Got a little footstool. You can get anything, a box, a footstool, whatever, and put it right under your feet, and that'll make sure your knees are at right angles, 2 feet resting on the floor. Next, you want to sit all the way back in your chair. But this isn't going to work for me. Now, this even has a lumbar support built in to the chair, but it's never going to work if I'm sitting back against it like this. I'm going to have to hunch over this way. So I'm going to need a big old pillow to stuff behind me here. Here's a big old pillow. And these are things that anybody has lying around the house. You can fold blankets, you can get pillows, anything like that, footstools, boxes, or you can order something. Now I can put my feet on the footstool and I can sit all the way back. I want to make sure that my elbows are at 90-degree angles here, and they are. If they weren't, I'd be lowering or raising the seat, or if your seat is not adjustable, putting something under you to raise yourself up. So my elbows are at right angles. Now, I don't want to have to reach out for my keyboard because that'll ruin my right angles. I want to bring my keyboard all the way to me, come in close, and maintain right angle elbows and straight wrists so that I can type here. Mouse is in close to me so I can use the mouse. My husband has this awesome little wrist cushion. You can also, if you can't possibly reach your desk all the way, get extensions that you can put they're really cheap. You can go to Amazon, extensions that go on your desk or on your chair that you can rest your forearms on. It's going to save you a lot of aches and pains that could occur in the forearms, hands, and wrists. And then the screens, you want to make sure that they're at eye level. Really, ideally, that the top of the screen is at eye level with you, which this is. If these were too short, if I had to look down at all, I'd be placing a book or something underneath them, which actually my husband already has put a book under to be eye level with him. We're about the same height, so this works out. So I'd be raising it up that way. Now, say the screen was too high, well, then you're going to need to lift the chair, right? And then you'll need a bit of a higher footstool. So there are all these things that you can play with to get it, but the idea is that you have 90-degree bent knees and arms down at your sides, elbows bent 90 degrees, and your wrists flat. You're sitting all the way back against your chair and your lumbar spine is supported. So you may even need a little something extra. This pillow has a little part that sticks out on the bottom just to make sure that you retain that natural curvature of the low back right here so it doesn't flatten out like this. When it does, it can wreak havoc on those low back discs. Leads to all kinds of pain, herniations, bulging discs, those sort of things. So you want to keep that curve all the way back, monitor eye level. And the last but definitely not least thing that you want to do is take breaks. Every 30 minutes, take a 30-second stretch break. It's no time at all, really. It's very quick to do a little bit of stretching, get up and walk around a little bit, to reset. Because even if we have our ideal posture here, things can start to shift. You can start to lean into the screen a little bit more. You know how it is if you get involved in your work and you sort of lose yourself. So if you need to, set a little timer on your phone, on your computer, so you remember 30 minutes, get up, shake it out, maybe open the chest, maybe stretch the arms behind your back, those sorts of things, so that you can come back and regain the posture. And now you've moved, so your muscles, your ligaments, your tissues are going to get more oxygen and nutrients flowing through and not get so stiff and dried out from being in one position all day long. So those are my tips for playing around with your desk, trying to get yourself the best ergonomic setup possible so that you can have a long and healthy life at your computer. For more information, you can visit my website at www.rachel-richards.com, and please subscribe to my YouTube videos. Lots of good tips like this one. Happy computers!